is speaking my language. I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make a Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Dalvin Cook. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Bears and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight it's week 3. As we do the Chicago Bears taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put them together in every phase. Good.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Michael O.J. Mudia
in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. He stiff arms him, powering his way forward. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over.
So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. We're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by James. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Moore, the man in motion. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now he's free to midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Fields now to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one, if people tried to run it against them, nowhere to go. Tried to throw it, couldn't complete anything. An absolute dominating game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn them to 6.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return is Pettis.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Room here to run.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Play action. It's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 29 yards. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. Score 21-0.
Chiefs nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
On play action, Fields
out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Chiefs nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go play fake. Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. James now to return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Gervon Dexter in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And take it right on the 30. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete into Stephen Carlson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. Again, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Fields on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Janovich punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears open the lead up to 34-0. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yeah, all about teamwork, son. Oh, yeah.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Teddy Bridgewater, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. It was the veteran Dalvin Cook who took center stage in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter.
At their own 33-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bears 1st down.
Now Cook running right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd and inches.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Moore, the motion man right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Down the right sideline. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Pulled in at the 24.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Fields.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out.
And the Bears extend their lead yet again.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chiefs, nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll go down. The sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 2nd down, Cook. There's a nice move, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. But the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. We're back now in KC.
2nd and a couple.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. Fights through it. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try the middle with Cook. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Now Fields. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. To throw is Fields. Touchdown Bears! Steven Carlson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bears continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Mahomes, that one caught by Rice.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Walker. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return is Pettis.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
And some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and a yard.
They run it again with Cook. Stays on his feet. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of have this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. James has got it. Complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
There's Mooney with another catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Fields on 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And he'll get this complete downfield to connect.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 33 yards that time.
Fields.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Can I talk my...
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakley way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. I'm Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes, big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. You should sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing don't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they booked me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country.
What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm feeling my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After where it get hectic, don't make me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You would say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like border chain. That's competitive. Me making rain in your hood like I weather the streets. So my label we good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done Connie and Dylan. I got off the block. Cause the hater put that in the watch. The ice on my neck is shorty on hot. It's some rappers that want me to flop. I don't care about no dissing cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting my stars off a pop. They be all on my DM like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring just me at the top. It get boring just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop like